Welcome to Deja Breed Love Presents. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, every week I like to touch base on beneficial topics with inspirational people who can help make your life a better one. So my guest today is a director by the name of Charles Douglas, and he's directed a number of shows. So we're going to meet him today and hear all about his journey to success. Mr. Douglas, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been way too long. Now, me and Mr. Douglas actually met because he booked me in one of my first musicals, Godspell. So it's been a while.
That's right.
And he is amazing at what he does. So I was excited to sit down and talk to you and introduce you for those who are not familiar with you. Tell us a little bit about who is Charles Douglas.
Well, a young man, old man now, from the streets of Philadelphia, born and bred in Philadelphia, family of 9 kids, 6 brothers and 3 sisters. City of brotherly love. And of course, sisterly love too, of course.
Yeah.
No, seriously. So I began in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So you said you're originally from Philadelphia, and now you're living in the city of Los Angeles. So tell us, how did you get into the entertainment industry and how did you get to LA?
All right. From brotherly love to City of Angels. Because I'm an angel. No, seriously.
He's hilarious. He is hilarious.
I came from New York City first, from Philadelphia to New York City, and I did Broadway shows there. 8 Broadway shows, as a matter of fact.
8 Broadway shows.
8 Broadway shows.
Nice.
I was understudy to The Wiz and The Wiz. I did The Wiz all over the country, if not the world. As The Wiz, in The Wiz for a long time, okay?
Nice. So you were in The Wiz.
I was The Wiz in The Wiz, yes.
Wow.
Make it right, girl.
Wow. So he was The Wiz in The Wiz.
That's right. So you want to meet The Wiz side. No. No, seriously, I love doing that show. I love the 1979 did that. You know.
Wow, 1979, that's amazing. So what inspired you to even get into the entertainment industry, and when did you know that this was something that you wanted to do for the rest of your life? Because you're very animated, Mr. Douglas.
I beg your pardon, animated. No, age 14, okay.
Age of 14? Wow.
The brothers were doing at the recreation center. They were in the theater, and I was doing gardening at home.
Yeah.
I saw them at the center they're acting with this lady named Irene Patton. She's from England.
Yes.
And I sort of said, I like that. And she gave me a little part, and I did it well. She gave another part, did it even better.
Wow.
I got the leads for years over there in Philadelphia, you know?
Nice.
And then, less than age 26, I went to New York City, auditioned for Broadway, and got my first Broadway show in 1976.
Wow. So that's amazing.
I was inspired by the Recreation Center only.
Yeah.
Urban renewal program in Philadelphia type of thing. So
wow.
I loved it.
So it was something that you seen about it as a teenager that just inspired you. Well, I was like, I want to do that.
Well, I did. I listened. I wasn't a plumber. I'm just saying, and I don't cook that well. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I took to acting like a duck to water.
Yeah.
I just loved it, being crazy and outrageous. I was that child in my family like that.
No, you're a character.
I was.
He's a true character. He is a true character indeed.
Yeah.
Nice. So besides The Wiz, like I said, Mr. Douglas has worked on numerous shows. So what are some of the other shows that you worked on for those who don't know?
On the stage, Lena Horne, I did that show opposite her.
Wow.
All over the country here. We went to London. Over here, starting the Andrew Sisters on Broadway. I did, on movies, I did a thing called Short Eyes in the 70s.
Nice.
And then I did on TV a thing called Star Trek The Next Generation.
A thing called, look, we know about Star Trek. I'm like, that's a really big show.
Yes. And my episode called Where Silence Has Lease. I play Haskell. I get killed.
Oh, wow.
And I die.
Wow.
I hate dying though because I love that show.
Yeah, I
love doing it, man, you know, so that was really good. Highlighting my career as far as TV is concerned. You know?
Yeah, Star Trek was a really big show.
Yes.
My grandma and my mom would always watch that. Yeah, it was really good. They actually brought it back.
And I was on a few black men driving the ship. I was an ensign driving the ship, okay?
Nice.
On that episode right there, so it's really good. And actually, the audition, all the white boys auditioned for the part, right? I'm not going to get the whole 10 yards, but the thing heard, yeah. So what are they going in? Back there, but, I was sitting there waiting for audition, and I realized the character had to die, right?
Yeah.
And they were dying regularly. I said, I'm not going to die regularly.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just going to...
I died differently.
Yeah.
If you see the episode, you'll see how I died, okay?
Yeah, and we're going to attach that... Yeah,
Okay,
and we're gonna attach that link too, so y'all can kind of refer back to that. Yes, we are. We have to.
I
Mr.
nailed
Douglas.
it.
We have to.
No,
Now, did
seriously,
you guys film that in New York City, or did you film it here in Los Angeles?
Paramount here, Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yes, it was wonderful. And plus, the guy playing Riker, we did a show together in Off-Broadway in New York City, so I was very comfortable on the set.
So when did you move to Los Angeles? From New York
30
City?
30 years ago.
Nice.
That was when I was 20 years old, 10 years old. No.
Wow. And what would you say?
I'm giving my age away. I don't know, girl. You're 20 years old.
You're only 50.
That's right. Thank you so much.
If that.
When I was 10 years old, I came here. 30 years old.
So tell us, so what inspired you to move to Los Angeles from New York City? Because they did a lot of filming there too.
You want the truth or want to lie?
I want the truth. The truth.
Well, I auditioned for shows in New York City. And I was so strong. I was always trying to get all the auditions, right? So then somebody said, Charles, listen, maybe you should California. So I auditioned for a movie in New York City, and they brought me to California. So I came in with a movie, first of all.
Wow.
And then also I did Sweetwater Youth Alarm Call. Was supposed to go back to New York City.
But you ended up staying.
Ended up staying. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
And
it was an interesting story how I got here from New York City.
Yes.
They didn't kick me out, but I just came here because I need a new life.
Well, as we can see, all the stuff that you're still doing, it was
And
meant,
I love it. I love the sunshine.
Yes, it was meant to be. You're definitely in California. You got your top down and you got your nice Mercedes.
Girl,
this man is supposed to practice.
I'm Philly boy, okay? Gotta do it, baby. Gotta do it.
Awesome.
No, seriously.
Tell us now you're here in Los Angeles. How did you go from acting to the directing side of the business?
Well, let me tell you, as a young man, I was always doing shows to make extra money, like birthday parties and bar mitzvahs and little things like that to raise money. So I had people come to me, young people, do acting for me, and I directed them, and I began to like it.
Yeah.
And so I was so good at it because I'm not a plumber, like I said before. So theater's my life. So
yeah,
it went through from acting to singing to dancing, led right to directing, putting shows together because I love doing shows.
Yeah.
And so I got a taste of directing. I think quite a while ago, real directing, not just the little plays, but real directing. And it really, really stunned me. I loved it.
Yeah.
So now I do, Godspell, doing different things. So I'm excited about directing, actually.
Amazing.
I think it was just an easy transition for me because I always did theater all my life.
Amazing.
I think so.
Now, so like I said, you've done a lot of directing, numerous of shows. You've done a lot of casting too.
Yeah.
So tell us, as far as the casting process, what do you look for in an actor? Because as I said, he seen something in me and put me in one of my first shows. So
I'm not telling my secrets.
What do you look for when you look for like in an actor? Do you look for like passion or just
gorgeous? That's where I start. No.
He's so silly.
I go for the organic.
Yeah.
I ask you a question about yourself first. You talking about yourself. And I look at the inner person there and see how I can use it first in the business type of thing. Plus, you're dedicated to business. So I look for a person who really wanted to do the business, like I was so hungry for the business. And then you can inspire them if you see something in them, like I saw in you. And you say, okay, fine. And you were going right there and you led right to it. Deja, it was fabulous because you came with something. Came with the energy of spirit to do it.
Nice.
I can work with that. That's why I teach kids all the time.
Nice. So you look for somebody who has that passion.
That's right. Something that comes out organic.
Yeah. Not something that you're like a job, but something that they just love to do.
Like I loved it all my life. I just loved it. I give up other things to be a theater person.
Same here.
If you can, at my age, you can sort of feel a person who has that passion as well.
That is so true. Wow, that's amazing.
I relate to that.
Awesome. Now, Mr. Douglas is working on, like I said, numerous shows. He's actually directing a show, which is why we're here right now. We had to pull him out of rehearsal called Ohbea Man, right?
Perfect.
I think I got it right. I got it right. Because when I originally...
And then practice can't get nothing. That's perfect, girl.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah, Ohbea Man.
Ohbea Man. And you did... So are you the director of this?
It means the witch doctor, but actually I'm not directing this time. But
okay.
There's a fine director. His name is Jeffrey Anderson Gunter. He's top of his class. Top man. He's Caribbean. He's from Jamaica, as a matter of fact.
Really?
It's funny. Ain't nothing real about it.
Wow.
All fake. Ohbea Man, fake. It's about pretending to be something else, And it's from Molière's The Doctor Inspired Himself. La Médecine Malgré Lui, which means the doctor inspired himself. And he's a drunk who's pretending to be something that is not.
So he's a director who inspired himself.
Well, the doctor inspired himself So it's kind of complicated plot, but it's a very simple plot.
So did you write this?
I wrote it. I adapted from the French. Well, it went from French to my adaptation from the French. And I wrote it from the French piece to be a musical theater piece for Black American theater, really.
Wow. See, as you can see, this man is a jack of all trades. I mean, he writes, he directs, he acts. He does have a passion for the business.
Master of none. I can resist that.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
No, serious.
Nice. Now, Mr. Douglas, tell us, now I know that you wrote it.
Yeah,
I actually just found this out. What inspired you to write this, and how long did it take to write it?
Well, it's a kind of long story, but to make it short, a young lady had a play for a New York City Opera where she had a contract to do plays for females. And the thing is, I was playing with this, I did the Wiz on tour in 1979. I wrote this play in 1979 when I got back from doing Wiz tour.
You wrote this in 1979?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And before we continue...
And just for her, for a female, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that actually is very inspiring because I feel like a lot of people will make a song or make or write something and they think, oh, it's old, but it's actually new to people who've never seen it before. It's old to you, but new to other people, you know?
Right,
so I feel like if you create something, you shouldn't let that dream die.
That's well said, Deja, you know?
Yeah, you can't.
And it touched me. You said, don't let that dream die.
Yeah.
Because it was a dream to me, and I didn't know it was going to be so good. You know, I just conceived it like crazy play, and people loved it so much. We won awards, 10 Image Awards we won, you know?
Really?
Yeah, when it's done as showcase here in California. And the reason we haven't done it since then, because it requires so much money to do the show well.
Yeah, it does.
Everything's there from the Actor Studio was developed, so that's a major theater center in New York City, Actor Studio.
Yeah.
It has music, lyrics, book, everything's substantial to it. Everything's specific in that show for musical theater.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So tell us, what is this about exactly and why is it a must-see? So you said it's about it's Caribbean, but like what is a little preview, but you have to go see it, but a little preview teaser for the people who are going to go see it.
Yes. If you like Mardi Gras, it's a party and a half.
Really?
Mardi Gras party. Ends the show. The finale is a big old Mardi Gras party, okay? And the play is only about having a Mardi Gras, but they don't have it this year because there's a problem. The problem stops from having the party. So the whole play is about getting them out of this problem and get the party did.
Oh,
okay?
Wow.
It's about getting that party done. So everything's leading towards the party. The big old, the Mardi Gras calypso dance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the show ends in powerful fireworks and bands and music and stuff and costumes for days. So it's a beautiful musical show type of thing, you know?
That is amazing. So you would say it's a must-see. Why would you say it's a must-see?
Because first of all, after the pandemic, we need some fun.
Yeah.
We need some fun. We need some relaxation, some calypso music, some bands, some good girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to be bad. But it's got all that.
It got all that.
Ladies, the voluptuous and everything beautiful Caribbean. Fruit and everything's just beautiful. And whole smell of Caribbean.
Wow.
We even give you the island sound in the back on the audience. You hear the ocean just going and going and going to everything. So I think it's a must-see because at least you put you in another place from post-pandemic to some fun bodily enjoyment, you know, like a festival of life at this time. You know?
That's amazing. Now, when does it air and where can people buy tickets?
Yeah, it was a stage play. So it's going to be the Wilshire Bell Theater, 4401 8th Street in Hollywood area. And that's going to be on March the 5th. That's a Sunday, March the 5th. 2 shows, 3:30 and 7:30. And it's going to be a calypso party, reggae party, and I'm at the pure tea fool. March the 5th, Wilshire Bell Theater. That's what it's going to be.
Nice. And I will attach all that information at the bottom of the screen so you guys can kind of get a link to that as well as the ticket link. And how much are the ticket prices?
It's $35 a ticket.
$35 a ticket.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's general seating.
Nice.
General seating. You can always call specific my producer for group sales. That's another price.
Nice. Now, are they available now for purchase?
Yes, right away. You can go rat now, get a rat now.
Rat
okay?
now.
Rat now. You can go
awesome.
You can go to paylef.org. PALEF like Frank.org. You can buy tickets right on my line. Right there, okay? And plus see the website to see my pretty face. I'm joking. No. You enjoy it. No, seriously.
He's a comedian, okay?
No,
like I said,
there.
there's no telling what he might say. He is so animated. I love it. Now, thanks again for joining us, Mr.
Man.
Douglas. And I cannot wait to see the play. I can't wait. I'm excited.
It's been fun. It's really been fun, you know?
Yes.
That's rehearsal right now. I just can't wait to get, I come to rehearsal. I don't have to be there, but I just like to be part of it. You know?
And how long have you guys been rehearsing?
About 3.5 weeks so far.
Nice.
We did some stuff before 3.5 weeks ago. We did some spot stuff, scene stuff, but 3 weeks intense. So we have 3 more weeks to go before it opens.
Yeah, and great things take time.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
They take time. That's
I'm
awesome.
very delighted about that.
Yes. Now, also, before you leave us today, if you could leave any future actor or inspiring director out there with any advice, because you've been doing this a long time, and like I said, I'm inspired by you. So if you could leave them with any piece of advice, what would you say?
Pray first. You must find your spiritual center. That's very, very important to me.
Yes.
And once you pray, then things come to you. You know, be surprised. I get emotional. You'd be surprised what comes to you if you pray first and say, I want to be an artist, a writer, a performer, whatever. It will come to you. So I suggest if you really want to do it, pray and go for it. Especially in America, everything's right there for you to do.
Everything's right there.
Really,
Yep. Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, for true. Feel it spiritually.
Yeah.
That helps you too, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, like I said, I will attach all Mr. Douglas' information, all his social media, the ticket prices, and his website as well. So thank you so much for joining us. I love you. I cannot wait to see the play and, work with you in future things as well. And that wraps it up today, you guys, for Deja Breelove Presents, and we will see you next week.